Hi, my name is Madison Thompson, and I'm the leader of the opposition for the resolution that this House believes that vaccines should be mandatory. I'm going to begin by refuting my opponent's points, and then I'm going to go into my two pieces of positive matter. My first piece of positive matter is that mandating vaccines imposes on people's freedom of religion established by the Constitution, and my second piece of positive matter is that the health decisions of children should be left to either their parents or their guardians. My opponent's first point is that mandating vaccines saves lives. He says that people didn't listen or read the medical literature regarding vaccines, and he blames the recent outbreaks on one person who didn't follow the literature. He also says that this plan will set a standard so that all children are up to date and pose no risk of infection. First of all, there is also medical literature that suggests that ingredients in the vaccines are actually harmful. About 30,000 cases of adverse reactions to vaccines have been reported annually to the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System since 1990, and actually about 10 to 15 of those are classified as serious, meaning that they're associated with permanent disability, hospitalization, life-threatening illnesses, or death. Forcing a parent to subject their child to vaccines that could potentially cause fatal side effects, all to avoid a minor sickness, is not okay. Second, this plan does not ensure that all children are vaccinated because it is being regulated by enrollment in schools. Enrollment levels in elementary and secondary schools are falling and are projected to continue falling until 2021. He also says that his plan will save on healthcare costs because the cost of a vaccine is a lot more affordable than paying for the treatment of a disease. Just to clarify, just because you do not receive a vaccine does not mean that you're going to contract a disease. Most of the diseases that the vaccines are meant to prevent are actually relatively harmless, like chickenpox, and can be treated simply with acetaminophen and are not expensive to treat. Now I'm going to go into my two pieces of positive matter. My first piece of positive matter is that mandating vaccines infringes upon the constitutionality or protecting religious freedoms. Several religions oppose vaccines and mandatory vaccinations. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. It would be unconstitutional to deny a child the opportunity to receive an education simply because their religion does not allow them to be vaccinated. And that is what would be happening if we regulated enrollment in schools based on whether or not a child had been vaccinated. My second piece of positive matter is that it should be up to the parent to make the decisions that they think will be the most beneficial for their children's health and safety, not the government. As Barbara Loe Fisher says, who is the co-founder of the National Vaccine Information Center, if the state can track down, and force citizens against their will to be injected with biological products of known and unknown toxicity today, there will be no limit on which individual freedoms the state can take away in the name of the greater good tomorrow. Because there are definitely negative side effects that are caused by vaccines, the parents should be the ones who are able to weigh the consequences of vaccinating their children on their own because they're the ones who are responsible for their children's health and safety. That is the reason that parents are able to decide what their children eat and what sports they play and what schools they attend. They're making decisions that they think will be the most beneficial to their children's health and their safety. The parent is there to make those choices that they believe that they are best for their children. So what have I given you today? First, I've demonstrated that the plan that the Prime Minister proposed is not as effective at preventing diseases as he says it is. I have also demonstrated that by mandating vaccines for all children enrolling in school, the government would be violating the Constitution's freedom of religion because some children are restricted to not getting vaccines because their religion does not allow it. Also, I have given you the fact that the plan proposed by the Prime Minister would be violating the most essential freedom we have over our own bodies. It should be up to the parent or guardian to make the decisions that govern whether or not a child should be vaccinated. Thank you.